Welcome to episode 11 of Lady Gamers Night presents The Sister Slay D&D. It's been a few minutes since we've been here, at least. So much so that we didn't remember what episode we were on.
12-ish, 11-ish, somewhere around there.
Alright.
It has been too long, and I'm so excited to be back. I'm so excited.
I am mostly excited.
Oh no, Jenna. Did you guys lose Jenna too?
Oh, there we go. I was watching the Twitch stream too, and it wasn't coming in.
It's,
so I was
I have to be actively on the thing. It's given me a thing. It's given me a problem.
Problemos?
Yeah.
Well, good.
Problemos?
But yeah, as long as I'm clicked into the thing, it should work.
So we'll give it a few minutes so that we can get some people in. I'm doing social media things.
Social media.
I saw someone else already did social media things for the Twitter, so thank you.
I said I was doing it. If you would just listen to me.
I don't pay attention.
Don't
to
listen to my phone. Woo! Hey, Tostitos. Okay. What happens if I hit this button?
There we go.
Come on. Open up. There.
I believe in you. Let me log out of that. Minimize this. Oh, you know what? I should probably get a stream key while I'm in here.
It's
Probably a
cool.
good
Take
idea.
your time. My hair is looking like... Look at it. It's all just on one side.
Your hair is looking fleek. Shut up.
Oh, it's cute.
What
Your
happened?
hair's fleek.
What happened?
Mine is so gross. I went out. Okay. So I'm really dorky, and I still play Pokemon Go. I don't care what you think. It's a lot of fun.
That's
Wow. I don't know. Hold on. Is she allowed to even be here, guys? Look at what the fuck is this hair? Continue your nerd story.
So they have this thing now called Community Day, and it's a special thing where they'll release a special Pokemon that you can only get. It's like from 2 to 5 in your time zone, and the whole point is for you to go to like high concentration like areas and interact with other people that play. But come on, every single one of us that plays this game are huge introverts, and we don't really talk to each other, and you don't need to talk to each other to play this game. So there's just a bunch of super introverted people with their headphones in, walking around in circles, staring at their phones, catching these special Pokemon. Anyway, here it was pouring yesterday, and the meetup place where everybody had designated was the Capitol here,
right
in Charleston, and it was ridiculous. I got so wet and so soaked. Like, my hair was so pretty, remember, because I don't wash it every day, but it's all frizzy and gross now.
Why do you say it like that?
Before you all got in.
What happened? You guys had jokes
About the remember, because I don't wash my hair every day.
Yeah.
And it's funny.
Yeah, we were talking earlier about that.
Yeah.
Remember how it's like, I'm gonna grab this shower real quick because it looks like I haven't showered in days. In my haste, I accidentally shampooed my hair twice, which probably not a bad thing, but I just colored it 2 days ago.
No.
So
no.
I was just like,
oh no.
yeah, I have shitty lighting, so you won't see it. It's like a darker red.
Oh, I can still kind of see the red.
Yeah, it's
Like a nice
you
little
use it?
highlight.
it's much redder than it's
Like on the
appearing.
tip.
But I got a dice box. So
Oh, cool.
so
Yeah, I
So-
was gonna say, I feel really bad because that looks so awesome and I want one.
okay, so this is
So bad.
God, I really need to get better lighting. Oh, there we go. So
I feel bad as in I'm jealous.
this is, I don't know if you'll be able to read this. This is
Today.
Eldritch Artistry. And
Ooh.
I won this in a Twitter contest from the Spellcast. I think it's the Spellcast RPG podcast. Is their full
Nice.
thing. But they were doing a giveaway with like dice and something else with the dice. Like dice with some It was like so many people got dice, so many people maybe dice in dice bags. And then a grand prize winner got a dice box. And listen, it didn't come empty. For one, it's hard to open because it's magnetic.
Oh,
Oh,
magnets.
magnetic.
Cool.
That's good. Yeah.
But check out the super fucking
Ooh.
they're like, oh God, I'm bad at directions. They got runes
Ooh.
and stuff on them.
I
So-
love that. That's so cool.
And I found out like
so cool.
it was like the day before my birthday. I got the tweet or the DM from them saying that I won. So when I got back from my birthday
Happy
vacation,
birthday.
yeah.
That's so pretty.
So if I like am rolling some actual dice, it's just because I won't play with them.
Okay. I think I've successfully got some idea of where we're going.
What we're doing.
Today is going to be an adventure for all of us.
I know
Okay.
it's a lot. And then the whole party died at the end.
I was going to say, worst case scenario, if I
No.
can't figure out what we're doing, I'm just going to be like, and everyone died.
Everyone died at the
You
end.
cannot kill
Suddenly-
me. I haven't
Suddenly
told my
Strahd
story
emerges from the shower. Shower, yeah.
You
Destroys
can't kill us.
everybody.
until I know everybody else's backstory. I already know mine, so I don't have to hear it. So I just have to hear everybody else.
And then you'll be peaceful in dying.
Yeah, then it'll be okay.
Oh, my mom just texted me. She was like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "Mom, I'm working.
Mom, I'm
Making that subscriber money."
I'm a B and a D and a dia.
All those mad sub dollars.
Quick plug.
I'm making that subscriber money as I donate my own Amazon Prime.
Me too. Like I'm like, Mom, we got like 3 whole subscribers, and only 2 of them are me and Adam.
Is the other one my mom?
It was.
Maybe.
I don't know if she
I don't
still
know.
subscribes.
I'm pretty sure.
Look.
Pretty sure it is. I sent her the link. We'll see if she tunes in.
Oh.
If she does, she'll probably text me. Be I'm like, "How do I say hi?"
How do I make
That's
keyboard
like-
happen?
I don't know.
Oh no.
Okay, are we ready?
We could just
Ready to do
scrap it,
this?
and you could let me
Yeah.
roam free in Barovia as
Exciting.
Anna.
Wait, in honor of
Mm.
the terrible Full Metal Alchemist Netflix movie.
Oh God, I haven't watched it yet.
Oh, it's
I have to watch it.
it's a fan. It's like a surface level, like you casually watched it with some interest, fan service movie. It's not like a true fan.
I had so much hopes.
I didn't want to have any hopes for it because that's the greatest downfall. Say that you like anything, it's
I
just
mean-
not going to go well.
I was still excited to see it. I loved seeing all
Yeah.
the characters live action. I mean, it was
That's
still
what I
super
would watch it for. Is I feel like it's going to be amazing for like CGI and all that kind of
Oh
stuff.
yeah, like
Mhm.
the
What if they
alchemy
turn-
stuff that they do, like, is amazing. And Ed is so great. I mean, sorry,
Aw.
Al. Al is so great. They got his armor perfect.
Yeah, it did look pretty cool. Like
And,
on point.
The only thing that really irritated me though is Winry isn't a thing, and I'm like, why is she
Wait,
here?
she's not a thing? Like she's not in the movie?
No, she's in the whole thing.
Oh, okay. Got it.
Yeah, instead of just weaving in and out.
Yeah,
There
I'm
you
like,
go.
why is she here? Like, she doesn't need to be here. She doesn't even go here.
She doesn't even go here. Oh my god, Winry, you can't just ask people why their arms are made of metal.
Oh my
Oh, why
god,
they
you're
do it.
wearing your Philly Fusion shirt.
I'm wearing a shirt I'm not supposed to wear outside of work.
Oh.
I had a
But I'm sitting close
coworker
enough that you can't see
today.
logos, so it's fine.
A coworker today told me his favorite ones were this one and this one.
Oh yeah. I bet those are his favorite.
He doesn't watch Overwatch League at all.
Good lord.
I got my Overwatch on.
Yeah.
And I don't even play on it.
Okay,
Well,
let's
you
roll
should,
some
she's
dice.
amazing.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's I could do this all day. I feel like I haven't
Yeah,
talked to you guys
yeah,
enough.
let's begin.
Let's dive into this.
But I mean, do
So,
we have to? We could just like not go
I see a
further.
puppy. I'm sorry, I got distracted by a dog.
Oh,
Hi, Micah, bye.
He's back there. He's crying. He's whining.
Can you guys
Aw.
see Jenna?
Yeah.
Yes,
Okay, because I can't.
and we can still see you.
I can see Adrian in the stream, but not on Roll20 for me.
Okay, so That's weird.
Everything's gone wrong.
Everything's coming up, Millhouse.
It's gonna fix itself. It's gonna be okay.
Oh my god, I'm so having a good time with this.
There we go. There we go.
All right,
Okay.
serious focus faces.
Yes.
Display capture. I don't know what I'm doing. So yeah, last time we played, was a long time ago.
It
It was
was.
quite a while. Forgive us if we forget any details.
I forget everything.
I almost.
Oh yeah, no, it's yeah. Anywho's, so last time we played, we went to the Burgomaster of Barovia's house, and you all met Irina Kalyana, who was introduced to you by her brother Isaac. Isaac was saying how he wants to get his sister to safety into the town of Krezik, which is far enough away that it doesn't loom in the shadow of Castle Ravenloft and might potentially be a safe place from Strahd to get away from his influence. Irina, however, refused to leave until her father, who had died roughly a few days earlier, was put to rest. So you put together a small party and gathered up the casket with their father and marched him through the town of Barovia to the chapel where you met Father Donovich. Within, you heard some screaming, which turned out to be not so good times. Donovich's son, Doru, was an enthusiastic, young, brash man who went with a village of wannabe adventurers to try and take down Strahd. And Strahd instead destroyed the villagers, turned those of them which he could, and sent them back to the town. Doru, as a vampire spawn, was captured by his father, put in the undercroft of the church, and Donovich prayed continuously to the Morning Lord for some kind of way to save his son. You all were going to leave things as was. However, Jayaz, feeling a sense of need to help this poor, tortured child,
Such a need.
snuck away from the group, barricaded herself inside of the church,
She's smart.
and went into the undercroft alone, and was met by Doru. The girls, having quickly noticed, hey, wait, doesn't smell like bread anymore, turned around, ran back to the church.
Where's our drunken bread eater? Like,
ran back to the church, saw that the door was barricaded. Janaga, who recently acquired Shatterspike, pulled Shatterspike from its sheath, pretty much simply tapped the door, and the door just went
Keep forgetting she has that.
to the other side of the room, just completely gone. You went down, you all combated Doru in the Undercroft and successfully defeated him to where he vanished as soon as the killing blow was struck. You all returned to the Burgomaster's office for the night as it was late in the evening, where you slept and recovered, and in the middle of the night, E observed a procession of ghostly entities leading from the church, heading out of Barovia. When asked about them, it was explained that the ghosts were those who were slain on the fateful evening that Doru and the villagers went to try and attack Strahd. They are now forever doomed every night to rise from the graveyards, march to the castle, up through the castle, and throw themselves off the cliff.
I don't remember that part, but oh my gosh.
That was definitely a thing, because I remember that there was you're the one that stayed up late to watch from the Widow's Peak.
Oh, I remember. I don't
With
remember
your eyes
jumping.
bulging out of your head.
Yeah.
I remember that, but I don't remember them having to like jump off every night. Oh my gosh.
Yep. I mean, they're ghosts. They're ghosts. They're not like, you're basically watching
Right.
a replay of life over and over and over again.
Oh my
Okay,
god,
yes,
what? I'm
I
so
understand.
sorry. Hey.
What? I don't even hear him. Is he
Really?
really
He's
loud?
really loud.
No, I can't hear him
I
at
don't
all.
hear.
I can't hear him at all.
Yeah, same.
Okay.
Anyway,
Poe is older. He
What
gets
is
the
that?
couch. Okay.
you all wake the next morning, ready to leave the town of Barovia and start heading towards the town of Kresik, which is several days' travel from this village. As some of us might have noticed, we are short one rogue today of our two. She is unfortunately having some internet problems, so we're going to play the part of Amelia, who's going to kind of hang in the background for this one.
She has gone rogue.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Don't forget to follow us on Twitter for
Can't be
more
mad, 'cause
D
that
and
was
Dad
actually
jokes.
good.
I know. Okay, y'all. I think every night of new ones. Like I try to. It's so hard. It's so
You've
hard.
been doing a good job.
You know, you don't have to come up with new ones. That's okay.
You want me to recycle
Just
the
throwing that
old
option out there. Throwing that out
It would be a
there.
very
good.
dad thing
I
to
get it.
recycle
Ha,
one.
ha, ha.
Recycle.
Hey man, I have to say they've been pretty popular.
They have. I can't. They have.
There's been
It
someone.
doesn't
You can
like
crack
a good
jokes on our characters if you want.
Yes. I could totally do that.
All right.
Okay, so you all awake in the morning.
Yeah.
The dim sunlight does its best to push through the heavy overcast clouds of Barovia. You come down to the kitchen where one of the family attendants is putting together a meager breakfast of some eggs, some juice, and it's fairly sparse. Irina is already downstairs. Izek is not anywhere down there yet.
What's the bread situation?
There is a loaf of bread on the center of the table. Well, we'll say butter. There is no jam, unfortunately.
That's fine.
Rough day.
Is there any fruit or veggie?
I will say that there's some fruits available. There's some bananas, some apples, a couple pears.
Apples
Okay,
or
cool.
bananas.
I will take those. I'm gonna ask if anybody wants any extra. Like who all wants what of the fruit and whatever they don't want, I'm gonna keep.
You take what you want.
I will do that. Thank you.
I'm just like silently staring at Jayaz through like squinted eyes. It's like you
She-
know what you did.
She's just oblivious to it, and she's just eating her bread like, God, worked so hard yesterday.
Yeah, I mean, E's not holding like serious anger towards Jayaz about this. Like, whatever, it happened. Let's get.
Feels
Over
like
it
the last
because we
time I
got-
had a baguette was a month ago.
Like, I mean, because like in E's head, she realizes that there's more serious shit that's about to go down because she knows how things can turn in this kind of a situation, and so because of that, she's just gonna let this go. So.
Okay.
Where's
there
your
any-
brother?
What?
Oh,
Sorry.
he's
Oh,
good morning. He's probably still upstairs and asleep. When we're ready, we can wake him. And actually,
Okay.
I should probably send someone up now if we're planning on leaving soon. And she looks to one of the attendants who kind of shrugs and begrudgingly heads upstairs to go wake one of her masters at his sister's request. He'll probably be down soon.
Okay. Yeah, we need to go as fast as we can. We need to travel in as much daylight as we can.
Yes, we should. Yeah.
Jas is just gonna kind of be leaning back, still eating the bread, and she's gonna occasionally just like glance over to Amelia and then to Janaga and like just kind of be like, I don't like. She gets that feeling that maybe she did something wrong, but then just kind of is like, whatever.
She's probably just not going to say anything about it.
I'm just gonna like partially unsheath my shatter splake and just wink at her and then sheath it again. Like just trying to say, you try to pull that again. I have this.
I will blow these doors off these hinges.
You pull it again.
To like, because he is like the self-proclaimed like mom, she's just gonna address the elephant in the room and say, look, I know what she did yesterday was pretty fucked up. It could have been really bad, but we can't focus on that right now. We have a task that we have to like be together on. We can't be divided, because this could get serious. We just have to be unified and just try to put personal vendettas aside. And she looks very long at like Amelia, intently like, personal shit needs to go away. Like, we gotta be together
She's
here.
And look, none of us died. Like, she's just gonna, like, I wish I had bread, because I imagine she's like,
Just pulling stuff apart.
Yeah.
I mean,
Ever the
Okay,
optimist.
You're right. We should do that. And I have like my rapier in the other hand, and I'm just trying to spike fruit onto it. Like, oh, this is my to-go pack.
Oh, jeez. Screw actual bags. I got a skewer.
I've got a
shish
fruit
my
kebab.
shish kebab.
oh my
Yeah.
gosh. Okay, so if you were to touch the fruit with your shatter spike, would it explode?
Okay, I don't want to try.
Wait, would it make jam, though?
You're welcome to try.
I mean, but
You want me to make jam right
I'm
now?
gonna hold my bread out like, Janaga, we can put this all aside if you make me some fruit jam for my bread.
Shall I try that and see what happens?
we get ice cream and make
You know what?
jam.
You know what? You. What kind of jam do you want?
What, it was what, apples, bananas, and pears?
There was a couple pears, yeah.
Apple pear jam.
What was
Apple?
that?
Apple pear jam.
Oh,
Apple
apple
pear
pear
jam.
jam. Okay. All right, and I'm just gonna have a gigantic grin on my face. Like, okay.
Okay, so
jam.
E is immediately gonna like tuck behind a doorway.
I'm
and
just gonna
leave
like
the
look
kitchen.
behind to look at you, like just step out for a second.
And so she's gonna like peek in and watch us go down.
All right, here comes your jam.
So you place an apple and a pear on the table and jazz.
Yes.
You
And I-
slowly unsheath the shatter spike,
I can't believe I'm doing this.
and with probably way more effort than necessary, because you're just excited to try this,
No.
you kind of swing it a
Excitement.
little fast. Not like, you're not giving it a baseball hit, but you're like, instead of just tapping it, you definitely go in with a little, like, gusto. Shatter Spike connects with the fruit, and the fruit essentially launches itself out of the opposite side of the sword all over Jayaz. And behind Jayaz, the wall has kind of like
You get a silhouette.
and then there's lightly colored fruit sugar just smattered on either side.
Did any of it get on the bread?
Did it get on the bread?
No, because you're holding it like this, and it just sailed all over you.
Well, in that case,
You can go
I
watch
will-
it.
Jayas is gonna just like and use the bread and then
I'm
and
gonna
eat it.
sheath it and turn towards the door where we're supposed to be headed and go, scrape some of that off the wall and we're good.
As soon as you do this, Irina's laughing to herself, serving the downstairs, and just sees a mess in her kitchen. What did you do? Why?
She went a jam.
I'm gonna look at her and be like, maybe you should start carrying some jam in this house. What kind of institution are you running?
I'm just gonna edge past her
Jam.
out the door. Like
You
she
can do like
wanted
jam
it.
if
I
you
didn't.
don't have sugar.
Now you do.
Ah.
Be
She
like,
immediately just her face is a complete scowl, and she's pulling hand towels off of various, trying to wipe down the walls before they get too sticky.
I mean, I'm gonna say to Irina that working with us We'll help
Who-
you, but it comes at a price.
A
I don't
jammy
know what
price.
price you're talking about because I don't know if I necessarily trust you.
It's just jam.
Oh no, I know. Just I question your methods, but
Hey, we'll get it done.
Yeah.
We'll get it done.
If we could do this to fruits, imagine what we could do to bad guys.
at this point, Ismark comes down the stairs, and he sees that the attendant is kind of like wiping down the walls and everything. He doesn't really ask questions. He's like, "So, ready to go? I guess."
Does anybody have to pee?
No.
Okay.
Thanks,
All right, I think we're good.
All right. So everyone kind of grabs their bags and starts getting some getting their stuff together. The house attendants have put together a couple bags of, dried fruit, a couple dried meats, things that are preserved and will carry the trip for a little bit. And Bismarck goes to E and just hands her a piece of paper that has a sketch of most of the Valley of Barovia on there. It
Okay.
looks something like this.
Ooh. It's so big.
So this is a complete map of Barovia with a couple different places marked on there that may be of relevant interest. As you're looking at the map, Ismark kind of points out where the town of Krezik is, which is where you're all headed.
I keep zooming wrong.
Let's see if I can find it here. That's the lake.
So, where's our you are here?
So the you are here is Village of Barovia. That's right over.
Okay.
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 Ping.
All right.
Ping.
Oh, I see something in the distance.
Is it a tree?
No, It is-
No.
Oh, okay.
it is not a tree.
There it is. Valaki is all the way over here.
Why?
Okay. How many
Nice and
days
far.
away is this?
Well, if you're traveling by foot, so every hexagon is roughly half a mile, and
Okay.
you can travel.
On the road?
Yes. Well, I mean, you can choose to stick to the roads. You can go through the woods. You can travel however best appropriate.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
So you all get to pick.
Holy damn, y'all. This is like a real game. We have to,
I
like,
know.
make decisions.
It's no more jam and other dragon breath potion adventures. This is...
So, looking at this map, like, E's showing it to everybody, and I'm going to point to this right here.
Mhm.
So, this is what we want to avoid, right? This is the castle. Is that right?
Yes. This that is Castle Ravenloft.
Okay. So, do you guys have an idea of the safest path that you want to take?
Well, sticking to the roads would probably be the best idea.
Okay. So we shouldn't cut through any of the woods.
And Jayos at this point is gonna kind of like, yeah, I am pretty adept at getting through the woods. I don't think they would be a problem if it got us there quicker.
I'm personally very comfortable in the woods. I mean, I can hide amongst the trees, but what are we going to do with Irina? What if, she might not be good in the... Are you good in the woods? Can you...
Irina kind of looks at you both for a moment. She's like, the woods are not a safe place to be even during the daytime.
Oh.
Barovia is a dangerous place, but you also seem like dangerous people.
Shattering fruit everywhere
I
we
was
go.
just, I'm thinking J.R. still has like clumps of jam
You're
on
still
her.
licking, like you're trying to lick the tip of your nose because like,
Yeah.
it just won't come off.
Okay.
And we're going, you
This
said
is what I think.
over here by the lake, right? That's where Valaki is.
I think that we ought to travel down the path, at least out of here. But once, I don't know, how's the water travel? Could we travel up the stream for a ways?
So the water flows from right to left on the map. Basically, it comes from the mountains up here
Okay.
and flows downstream. You
Okay.
don't have a ton of, well, you don't have any water-based travel right now. There's no boats or anything.
Okay.
Barovia being far enough inland that it's not, it doesn't have a port, doesn't really have any connections to the water. Probably wouldn't be able to have a boat from there.
I would say let's go south of the bridge here. Yeah. And we'll travel down along the water.
Also, Valaki is probably about 2 days travel, give or take.
Okay.
If we stick to the road.
If we...
Yes.
Right.
I'm thinking, though, we should stay to the south of the river just to give us a
I think
natural
that's a really
barrier.
good idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then when we get
Yes.
closer to direct south of Valaki, then we can cross the water. That way it gives us a little more
I think
protection.
Yes. We should stay as close to her as
Okay,
Yeah.
so sticking to the pathways for the most part.
along the
Coming
river,
up.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, all right then.
Ooh, what is this?
So you all get ready to travel,
We'll find out.
and let's see. Ooh, you're gonna roll for a lot of random encounters. It's gonna be a lot of fun.
I was like, I have so many
You're like, I don't
spells.
believe you.
It's the wrong character.
What?
I said it was the wrong character.
Oh.
Okay. So you all set out to depart. Are you just leaving straight from the place and heading out?
I don't have any reason to do anything.
Yeah, I think we
I'm ready to go.
got what we needed.
I am ready to go too.
We literally don't need to burn daylight. We need to go.
Gotcha.
Wait,
Okay.
did we get any like potions and stuff? I really can't remember.
I mean,
Yeah,
the
remember
last bit of stuff we got.
we got those potions
were-
from the Vistani guy. We did
Yeah.
that swindle
Okay.
and deal, and I gave up my golfish tree ashes.
Well,
that's
no, we got more stuff after that too, because, or, I have the potions written down, but we also have, like, we have some other stuff, like a blade of truth,
Right.
staff of the python,
Well,
the cloak of protection, which E is
because I was like, you can have this.
yeah, E has the cloak of protection, and the wand of magic, which I keep. Sorry.
Yeah.
But
and I think the rest of our
Yeah, but-
potions and stuff Amelia has.
okay.
Okay.
So
Yeah,
And yeah, I
because
think we're good to go.
I have all of those written down.
Okay.
Just in case.
And I think we should all be able to see each other's character cards, right?
Yes.
So
Yes.
yeah, if somebody can keep an eye on that. Okay, thanks.
But are we supposed to update our inventories on here? Because I haven't been doing that.
I would say just whatever method of tracking works best for you. I'm
Okay.
not going to be focusing on tracking everyone's like items and stuff.
Okay.
So you can use D&D Beyond, you can use Roll20, you can use pen and paper, whatever's easiest
Okay.
for you.
Okay. Okay. Cool.
Just make sure we're consistent. Like,
Okay.
yeah.
Works for me.
All right. So you all exit town, and you start heading southwest out of Barovia, down towards the Ivalis River. The sky is pretty overcast, but the sun is trying to fight its way through. As you kind of sit out in the sun for a little bit as you're walking, there's a chill to the air, but at least the sunlight is trying to keep some of the chill off. You approach the lake and start crossing a stonework bridge, your feet clacking on kind of the wet cobblestone. The river flows below you guys, and it is as clear as a blue winter sky, and it cuts through the valley as far as you can see in either direction. As you continue south, you start to make your way through the bend trees. And as you do, you get to right about here through the mountain pass
Okay.
when you start to hear a bit of a snarl.
Oh, are
from
we
the
not
tree
going on the
line.
river? Okay. Okay.
Oh, are you going up the river? Like up this way?
That's what I
Like,
want.
follow
Like
the river?
following the. So
Yeah.
so we'd be like
Okay.
hugging the water line.
Yeah.
Okay, we're
Gotcha.
following the bank then.
Okay, so
Yes.
as you exit, instead of going over the bridge, you're cutting to the right and walking
Yeah.
side. Okay, so you're
Yeah.
down here.
Well, we still want to be
Uh,
on the other side of
so
the bridge.
after-
But
Right.
like
Yeah.
this side of the castle. Yeah. South side of the castle. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Yes.
Okay, so you guys are on the opposite side.
Yes,
of-
we
Oh,
crossed
because-
the bridge and then
And
we're
then we
following the bank.
and then we banged a hard right.
Got it.
Oh, we're
Okay.
getting lost.
Okay. So you're wandering your way through. You're kind of walking along the muddy banks of the river, and as you do, you can hear some of the rumblings and grumbles from the forest. I'd like everyone to go ahead and roll initiative for me.
Can we
Alrighty.
perceive it first? Or is it too late? Too late.
It is too late.
I also apologize.
Shut up, where is it?
I've been doing this god awful Russian accent for days. Oh, I didn't click my token. Oh,
That's
Yeah.
okay.
oh
not
we
using
don't
that
have
right now.
tokens. That's okay.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Why does it say you wanted to send this roll?
Oh, that's if you had them.
Because we usually
like,
click
be
our
selected,
person, and then we roll it, so it automatically tracks it. But we don't
Okay.
have our
Yeah, it's the way Roll20 works, but they're not on the board right
we
now.
don't
so
have our
worry about it.
Okay.
people.
Okay.
Say, I downloaded an initiative tracker and I don't know where it is.
See, no wonder I rolled crap on initiative. Y'all have a way higher pluses than me,
Well, what, it's your
but I
Alright.
mean, mine was still bad.
First, I do this the old-fashioned way because I can. So we got a 19, 6, Jaws,
like off clan.
and we roll for these wolvies.
Oh,
One day we'll have some wolves.
I know.
I mean, you kind of have one now. I just haven't ever
You just
done
haven't.
it before.
Also,
I just haven't done one
Adam,
before. It's okay.
Yeah.
do you have the music happening or no?
There should be some music.
It's like
Oh,
wind
oh,
blowing,
oh, okay.
yeah.
I just had to fix the volume.
Let me turn it up a little bit so it's easier to hear.
Spooky.
Alright. So, as you all kind of hear the growling, you start to see 5 wolves coming from the Svalak woods. Their manes are kind of ratty and wet, and their eyes are full of hunger. And they start to slowly advance on the party. Janaga, or I'm sorry, Jayaz.
Oh shit, yeah. Me? Alright, so there's something I want to do first. I want to use Hunter's Mark.
Okay.
If I can remember, I think I just click it. Yeah? Yeah.
Yep. So you go ahead and mark one.
So, shit. For some reason, I thought it was like the whole species. All right.
Nope. Yeah, it's one. It's one specific.
I think I was thinking of favorite
yeah.
enemy, but okay. So I'm gonna just whichever one is closest to us
Mhm.
at the time. That'll be my one. So extra 1d6 with a weapon. Okay, cool.
Yep. Go ahead and roll to hit.
So I have to roll to hit with that, or that's like automatic?
So it's an additional effect.
Okay,
So
okay.
If you hit, you roll an additional d6 of damage in addition to your normal weapon stuff.
Okay, gotcha. And how far are they from us? You said they were just like closing in on us.
They're approaching, so they're kind of like spread out a little bit, and they're probably between like 20 and 30 feet away.
Okay.
How many are there?
There's
5.
5.
So I'm
Okay.
gonna use Lego Yas first, so I don't have to get closer. And I'm gonna
17 hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
Alright, so we got 6 and then 1d6.
1d6 of your hunter's mark.
You won't believe it.
Oh,
It's a 1.
A 1. Good job.
That's what I
So
get.
7 points of damage.
That's what I get for using the real dice.
So this wolf starts crawling towards you. Its shoulders and its haunches very prominent. It's like somewhat starved, and you let loose an arrow fly, and it connects and it sinks into the shoulder blade, and it kind of yelps a little bit as it starts to kind of try to dodge out of the way, and it's limping on its arm. It appears to be pretty wounded based off of the shot that you made. It growls and starts to like get ready to charge towards you. Janaga, it is your turn.
I will use my short bow on that same wolfie that's heading towards us. Hopefully it'll finish
Okay.
it off.
A 10 does not hit.
Eh.
So you line up your crossbow shot, but it's starting to get a little dark in these woods, and you're kind of not paying attention to the arrow, and you get distracted, and the wolf manages to dive out of the way as it starts to go into a lumbering run in your direction.
Yay.
It is now the wolves' turn. They're going to fan out. The one that's been injured doesn't get to move too far. However, the other 4 are going to start to advance on the party. Let's see. So, Janaga, 2 of them are going to run at you, seeing that they tried to have a shot taken out of one of their pack.
Hmm.
That is a 6 and a 13 to hit. Do either of those hit?
Let's see. What was it?
Against your
Armor
armor
class
class,
is
yeah.
14.
Okay.
Nice.
So the 2 wolves that come running at you with their jaws snapping, trying to get a bite out of you, you manage to kind of dance out of the way and parry them with your blade.
I guess.
Mandy, one of them starting to run up towards Jayaz, seeing its pack mate hit by one of your arrows. It is going to attack with a bite attack. That is a 7. So you manage to fight it off and block with your leather bracers. And E, one of them starts running at you. And that one is trying to make a bite attack. It hits a 10. That doesn't hit either. Okay.
No.
So you see it coming, and you kind of like put your staff out in front of you and block it as it tries to come up at you. And it is now your turn. So you've got 1 in front of you, and then the rest are starting to kind of spread out amongst the
Okay.
party. What would you like to do?
How far are they from us now?
So they've pretty much bared down. You've got 1 at arm's length with you.
Okay. So
Jayaz has 1, and then Janaga has 2, and then there's one that's still about like 10 feet away, the one that was shot pretty heavily.
okay, so that's like a 30-foot range. Them on like 5 feet. Us.
Pretty
Right.
much, yeah. You were all clustered together traveling, and
Okay.
the 4 of them are pretty much on top of all of you, and then 1 10 feet.
Okay, so I'm gonna thunder wave, and it should hit all.
Okay, go ahead and make your spell attack.
Why does it keep doing this to me?
Again.
Because Roll20 likes to do what Roll20 does. One sec.
Hold on, let me get the dice out. It's
See your thunder.
2d8.
Okay, so 8
So
points
8.
damage.
And it
I
should
need
push
to
them
make a
back.
Constitution saving throw for them, right?
Yeah. So
Okay.
if it says but a 15-foot, I'm sorry, it's only a 15-foot cube
Okay.
from me. They all whatever's in that space makes a saving throw. On a failed save, the creature takes 2d8 thunder damage and is pushed 10 feet away. On a successful save, the creature takes half that much and isn't pushed.
Okay, so 2 of them make their saves and 2 of them do not. So
Okay.
the one attacking you and the one attacking Jayaz both get flung a little bit further and suffer the full 8 points of damage. So that leaves them with that much. Both of them, as you hear them being blown backwards, you hear some of their bones crack under the pressure as they land about 15 feet away. The other 2 that are right next to you suffer half of that.
Okay. I never
and
enjoyed that.
kind of bear down and hunker in, and the thunder and the wind blows across their pelts. However, they manage to keep their
They like dig in.
exactly.
They're the alpha and the beta. They're the strong.
They ain't gonna get tossed by no druid.
Whatever, man. I'm a badass. Just wait.
Jazz, it's your turn.
Yes. All right. So let's see. Now, where's my injured one? How far is he?
The injured one is about 10 feet away from you, and you've got one bearing.
All right. I'm gonna kind of try to ignore the one that's bearing down on me for a minute because I want to get that one out of the way.
Okay.
So I'm gonna still try to shoot him with my bow. Yeah. Yes, that's what I'm going to do.
Okay.
That's what I'm
24?
going to do.
Definitely hits. Go ahead and roll damage. 5 points, and this is towards the one that was already injured.
Yeah, hold on. Let me get my bonus d6. There he, see?
Okay, calm down. He's already dead.
Well, I wanted to get my bonus. All right.
So yeah, you see the other one bearing down on you. You sidestep it as you already have another arrow notched, and you move out of the way as it tries to clamp down with its jaws, and you loose an arrow. It flies past the wolf that's directly in front of you towards the one that was kind of limping on his haunch, getting ready to run away, and it just pierces him as he's turning and goes straight through the side of it, and it falls over into a crumpled heap of wolf.
And as my bonus action, now that that one is dead, I can move the mark to a new creature.
Yes, you can.
So I'm gonna mark the one that's bearing down on me.
All right, the one that's right in front of you.
Yep. Look at me using skills.
That one's marked. Okay.
Marked by the hunter.
And Janaga, you're up.
Alright, there's 2 on me, you said?
Yes. One of which I think was blown away by the thunder wave.
Oh, okay. So then the one that is closest to me.
Yep.
I'm gonna use my rapier, because I don't think I've used it in a long time.
Okay, go ahead and roll.
Alright, 20.
A 20 definitely hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
Yay.
5 points piercing. Okay. So you kind of sidestep back a little bit to give yourself enough room. You withdraw your rapier and instinctually pulls back a little bit, putting some distance between it and you. And as you go to make your attack, you feint it out with a flourish. You try and look like you're going to come down from up high, and the wolf starts to move out of the way. However, last moment you tilt in and drive it like a stab into the top of the wolf's back, and it manages to pierce through the top and a couple organs. It is looking in really rough shape. Is there anything else that you would like to do?
Kind of laugh. I'm just laughing at this point.
Laugh.
I need humor. I need to laugh.
Okay.
It's
Actually,
too creepy.
I would say because you're all pretty much clustered together, you would get a sneak attack on this. So go ahead and roll a d6.
Oh.
Like
Oh,
a d6.
oh,
like
okay.
a
He's threatening that other wolf.
A
So it's a little
D6?
distracted. Mm-hmm.
Not
2 points of
bad.
damage. That'll do it. So with your as your rapier sinks in, pulls back, you also manage to kind of unsheath the dagger and make one quick side movement that starts to cut through the side of the wolf as it backs up in its positioning, and it falls over as well.
Yay! How many are left now?
There are now 3 wolves left. One of them is up in front of Jayaz, who is going to make another bite attack.
Thanks, fam. have to keep Twitch open on my phone.
11.
Does not hit.
Okay. So that one tries to make a bite, and as you stepped out of the way and released your arrow and hit the other one to regather itself, the one that was originally attacking you, Janaga, that was blown away, it is going to turn and start to run. It makes it about 60 feet into the woods. Everyone go ahead and roll a perception check.
Give me a second. I always have to get out of my.
That's okay.
Woo! I'm perceptive.
I should be good at this, but watch me fail.
Watch you whip and watch
Yay!
you
You were
nail.
saying.
You're one with the forest, see?
I should be.
Alright.
Dang it!
So, two of the wolves who were injured and flung away, the one that was attacking Janaga and the one that was attacking, both start to scramble towards the woods to the north and start to vanish into the woods. However, E, you notice that one of them is trailing some blood behind it, and if you guys decided to go into the woods, you might be able to chase it down. The last one that is still attacking Jayaz has not tried to flee yet. E, it is now your turn. What would you like to do?
Dang. How far is it from me?
They've both made it pretty far into the woods at this point. They are booking it, so they've made it about, we'll say, 20 feet past the tree line.
The one that hasn't fleed.
The one that hasn't fleed is pretty much like 10 feet away from you. It's pretty
Okay.
dang close.
Okay. I want to speak with him, but he's not going to understand me. There's no way. Okay, so I'm just going to... Oh, I'm going to shoot it with an arrow.
Okay. Go ahead and roll.
I have to, like, go back and forth between all my different...
That's
Yeah, all the
I'm
spells,
like-
all the weapons, all the different
Yeah.
options.
I was like, I didn't even know she had a weapon.
Right. All this. Then. Does a 12 hit?
Does not. So
Okay.
you line up and try and take a shot. However, you feel a little
It's
bit
been
of
a
that
while.
guilt for nature, and seeing the other two run away, you try to basically threaten it with a warning shot.
Yeah,
And
let's
it
say
sails
that.
past it.
That's right.
Jazz, it is your turn.
Alright, now that this one is like right in my face, I'm gonna do the old sling Lego ass around the back and pull out my two shorties.
All right, and roll your sword attacks.
Fantastic.
Neither of them hit.
They never fail. Ever. So I'm just standing there like, ha!
So we're real threatening right now. We're like,
I was like,
Oh,
far
yeah,
away?
totally.
Got it. In my face?
Nope. Janaga, or is there anything else you would like to do on your turn before you go?
No, because if I try moving, he's gonna get me, yeah. Or he's gonna.
All right.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah, he'll get an attack of opportunity on you. Janaga, it's your turn. What would you like to do?
Please kill him.
If we just want to like scare him away now, just because it's like the other two left, is there a way I could just use like Shatter Spike to just like slam the ground and it'll just like quake it, and it might be enough to scare it?
Yeah, go ahead and we'll make that an animal handling check with advantage. Okay, and let me roll a quick insight check for them. No, so yeah, the wolf, seeing you take your Shatter Spike and ram it into the ground, it doesn't have quite the effect of the explosion, as you're not really attacking a
door.
However, there's a small little like
or
that hits from the ground as you spear it in. And the wolf looks around, it notices that its compatriots have also left, and it turns, lets out a little bit of a yelp, and scampers off into the woods.
I did it in a different way.
Yeah.
so we only killed two.
Yeah, you only killed two.
Yeah,
They
that's
are
alright.
still there if you'd like to try and like harvest any pelts or anything.
I would very much
Um,
like to do that.
No,
A
thank you.
wolf pelt, so it's like the head's just like on top of your head, Joe.
No, actually,
Like,
not so
complete
much the
farce.
pelts, but can I try to get like the claws? Can I hack off some
The claws?
some wolf claws?
So do you want to try and yeah, you can do that. Do you have like a short knife or anything like that that you can use
I have
to
my short swords. Oh, I have my short swords, and I have that just a sword as it is written in my items,
What?
but the Death House dagger for ceremony bloodletting.
Oh, that's right.
Mhm.
Okay.
But I wrote
yeah,
just
so
a
let's
sword.
say-
I'll say just a sword.
You all take a few minutes to kind of rest. Spend about 15 minutes trying to harvest these. Go ahead and roll a d20.
Just a straight D20.
Mm-hmm. 12. Okay. So you managed to successfully spend a little bit of time and manage to remove some of the wolf claws.
Oh, I'm not doing this. Okay,
Yeah,
so
you're
it didn't
not.
matter.
No, that's fine. You managed to successfully remove 4 that are in good enough shape to use in some kind of weaponry or, multi-purpose use, whatever you decide to throw them at.
And these are
The other
definitely
ones
like
are damaged.
100% wolf. They don't look like any
Uh,
other
Yes,
kind. Okay.
yeah, they're just normal wolves.
Just normal type. Okay, cool. Adding it to the list.
I'm gonna say,
What?
Mandy, every time you talk, like the first 3 words keep getting cut off.
Hello.
Yeah.
I've been messing with my mic settings, so I might have to go back into it.
Okay. So you all take a few moments to rest, and with that said, we're actually gonna take our first break a little bit early today,
Okay.
and we will be back in about 5 to 10 minutes.
5 minutes. All right. Woo!
Okay, there we go. Yay. Okay.
Okay. Let me get rid of the screen. What if I just
Come on.
kept the starter screen
Go all
up
in.
the
can
whole
do it.
time? Or not the
All
starter
you
screen,
for
the away message screen. And I was like, you know what? We're using Roll20,
Euphemism.
but you're not going to get to see anything.
I am.
I'm pretty sure
always
we're in
there.
fact just as that happened. So,
You're a euphemism.
Mandy, you're muted, I think.
What?
Oh
Or
no, I
something.
can't. I think she's resetting her mic stuff.
No. You
Oh.
can't. Oh, fruckity. Uh-oh, guys. If you can hear me, it's fucking up. Oh no. Please hold while we figure out the technical supports. Oh boy. Thank you to whoever is following us as we try to get this fixed yet again. I don't know why it suddenly wouldn't work. Hello, hello. Alright. If you're new to this, this fun stream of ours, you'll know that we are always ridden with technical difficulties. Let's try.
Play it really easy
Can you
tonight.
hear me now?
I always like that
No.
stuff.
Yeah.
Hello, hello?
There we
Oh,
go.
there we go. Yay.
Okay. If I talk back
I
here.
cannot see her face.
If I talk here.
Can you adjust the threshold to make it more sensitive?
That's okay. Can you hear me pretty good now?
Yeah.
Mhm, yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Tech support.
Okay.
Tech
Okay.
support.
Okay. Technically, let's try it here.
We have done the technical stuffs.
Okay. I think we're good.
Oh, speaking of Russian accents, did you guys see that short film based on Papers, Please?
No.
No.
It's good. Do you know what I'm talking about? The game?
Yeah.
I know the game, yeah.
Yeah, it's really good. They did a really good job.
I've also lost visuals
I'm
on
intrigued.
Adrian, just to be clear.
What?
I lost visuals on you.
Okay.
Oh, okay. I'll reset it again.
We're doing so great. See, we shouldn't have gone on break. Everything was working just fine. Then you were like, hey, let's take a break.
Well, I'm sorry.
Can you see me in my lovely face?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes.
All right.
You're good.
Okay. Okay. We're back. Now we're back. We're back for real.
Okay.
Okay.
Back at it again. Here we go. All right. So, we are all continuing up the encampment, and you guys around noonish have managed to make your way up to this side of the Sarah pools, but on the opposite side. So you guys are down
I
here.
was like, what? We never crossed the river.
Hold on. I got you. Around here, you start to recognize a pretty familiar layout. The little encampment here is actually where you ran into Madame Ava and where the bus brought
Okay.
you to Barovia. Given that it's early morning-ish, it's about, afternoon, there's a few Vistani milling about as you make your way through. They wave, being very laissez-faire and having pretty much just a joy of life. They greet you, they wave as you go through. Any questions, they know better. Would you like to stop at all, or are you ready to
Just as we're
going through?
passing through, I'm gonna find their wine cart that I know they will have, that they just tap into like a fucking soft frozen machine. I'm trying to, when you're in like Vegas and there's those places that you get the slushies and it's just like walls of alcoholic slushies.
You mean Fat Tuesdays?
Like-
The same place I go every time I'm
Yeah.
not a Vegas trip until I...
Wait, hold on.
Shout out to Fat Tuesdays and their Bloody Smurf.
So I'm gonna find that cart because I know the Vistani have it, and I'm just gonna top off my wine flask.
Okay. For anyone curious, Mandy's talking about a place that serves daiquiris out of big, like, slushy machines on the wall.
It looks like
This sounds
So-
amazing.
when you go to a froyo
Oh, yeah.
place and they have the different
Yeah.
flavors, it's like that, but alcoholic
With
slushies.
daiquiris.
And they serve them in a
Man.
yard.
Oh yeah.
I mean, you-
We'll discuss this later. You know.
Yeah, we'll
sounds
pull up
great.
pictures.
I'm
So,
excited.
you manage to find a wine cask, and one of the guys comes over. Last time you were staying with us, this time, you hanging out for a bit, or are you gonna just keep taking our wine?
Ah.
I'm gonna say
Are
He
you
looks-
staying?
Wait, roll a history check.
Oh.
wait, what?
Roll a
That's
history
Me?
check.
This one? Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh.
We all were talking at the same time, so
You remember drinking a lot, and you didn't spend the night with everyone else at the encampment. You look pretty familiar.
is
You're pretty sure he was the same guy, but it's daytime now. You're not sure.
So I'm gonna be like,
You look different with your pants on.
no, Jayas is gonna she's gonna try
That's
playing
on Twitter.
coy. She's gonna be like still filling everything up. She'd be like, oh hey. I'd be like, I was gonna send a pigeon, but I wasn't quite sure where to send it to. But remember you told me you owed me a favor? And like she's gonna wink a few more times, like with both eyes.
He's just looking kind of confused.
And then she's gonna be like, oh wait, isn't that your girlfriend? And she's gonna point, and then she's gonna try to
Yeah.
just like sneak around the.
Go ahead and roll a deception check.
Oh god. Wait, which character is this? No, I think it's the other one that's deceptive. God damn it. Could I use a luck point?
Oh, God.
I get to choose whichever one is higher, right? Or do I just choose the second one?
I don't remember off the top of my head, so whichever one's better.
Okay, so I'm gonna use a luck point just for shits and gigs. I'm gonna stick with the first one. God damn it.
Okay.
I'm gonna try to deceive him
Let's
and swim away.
He rolls a natural 20.
God damn it.
Oh.
He does not even flinch, and he just kind of giggles at you. He's like, you are a crazy one.
But I like you.
Okay, you don't have to stay. You can keep going. But, it's good to...
And I'll be like, you still owe me that favor. And then
I don't remember.
I'm gone. I'm already
Okay,
gone.
bye.
And then when I get back to the girls, I'm gonna look at Jen and be like, do we remember his name? Should I write these down in the future?
Did you ever get his name?
I don't
you
think
ever
there's a
ask
book
for it?
big enough for you to write all these names down, to be totally honest.
If I remember
Yeah.
correctly, you know what? He
It's like the world's longest like scroll.
no, what's
Like,
I
like
think
a hit list, but it's like a hit on list.
it's called a black book, Jan.
It's a hit list.
a black scroll.
A black scroll.
I mean, like,
A black book isn't big enough.
If I remember correctly, and like she's like taking a swig, she'd be like, wait a minute, if I remember correctly, I think he was the historian, was he not? Or was he the one that just smelled a lot like bread? It was a long night. It was so long ago.
I thought that was the girl you slept with that smelled like bread.
Oh, goodness.
Were they the
There's
same
a lot
guy?
of people that smelled like bread around you.
I mean, from the word go, even the
It must be
dragon.
It must be like an affordable cologne around here
Oh god.
to smell like bread.
Oh, to bread.
Oh, to baguette.
Oh,
Oh, de yeast.
oh, pan.
Ew.
Pan. P-A-N. Oh,
Oh, good lord.
So yeah, that's all Jayos wanted to do while we were in the camp.
Instead of eau de toilette, it's eau de baguette.
Oh, the baguette.
Is there any chance that we could get some horses to speed up our journey?
Well, if you guys remember correctly, you borrowed horses from the Vistani the last time you were here
Yeah.
and took them to Barovia.
What did we
I
do
believe the
with
horses are still in Barovia.
Oh no! Why didn't we bring them?
No, we'll be better on
I can't-
foot.
Well, I was gonna say, I can't remember if the Vistani were like
I-
returned,
I
like
think-
leave them here and we'll
Yeah,
collect them.
they wanted
that's
them
what-
back.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's fine. We'll go on foot.
I would like.
However, either way, as you continue to march, following the northwest curve of the lake, you come to a secondary bridge. Do you pass the bridge, or are you going back up on land at this point?
I think we should.
Gonna stay on the bank to the south
yeah,
side.
yeah. We're not going
Okay.
over any bridges over troubled water yet.
Yeah, so about 45 minutes or so past the bridge, you come to the Serre Falls, which are actually a waterfall that descends, following the river to the base of a canyon, at the far end of which there's a great waterfall, which is spilling into a pool, billowing forth clouds of cold mist. Behind you is the Great Stone Bridge, which spans the canyon nearly 1,000 feet overhead.
Is that this bridge?
Oh dang!
That
Yeah,
bridge?
so you guys are
Okay.
there. You continued under the bridge, and it was pretty high up. It's roughly like 10 stories of a waterfall.
It's very pretty.
My goodness. Okay.
But aside from being beautiful, there's nothing remarkable. Like, it's just...
You're welcome to start looking around.
I'm gonna...
My Breath of the Wild sense kicks in, and I'm like, Magnesis.
Right away.
I'm making cubes out of water.
We could just like cube our way up. We can make the ladder.
Okay, so I'm gonna go looking around. Would this be a nature check or still just perception?
Well, it depends. What are you doing? Just investigating the area? looking-
I'm really just kind of like overtaken with the beauty. Like, so I just kind of get lost in like trying to look for other beautiful things.
Okay, roll a perception check.
Perception.
Perception, 14. I mean, it's a beautiful waterfall. The river itself is not super wide. You could probably cross back where the bridge was without too much effort. However, the basin itself is rather large and would be difficult to cross. While it doesn't appear that there is an easily scalable way to get up the mountain or get up the side of the waterfall face, you could theoretically climb it with the aid of magic or a climber's kit or something.
I can get up that way because I. So okay, this is a question I have about just wild shape.
Yes.
Can I do it more than once?
You can do it a number of times on your druid table. Let me pull up your character sheet and I can tell you exactly how many you got.
Is this the first time we've seen you take wild shape?
If I do it,
If she does
I'm
it.
trying to make it like a good
thing.
thing. I'm trying to wait for it to be. That's why I haven't done it yet, because like the lower level wild shapes are kind of lame.
Yeah, I was gonna say at this point.
Shape of a
with how much-
salmon.
Yeah, at first.
Let's see.
If a bear comes by and grabs you, I can't help you.
It's really Jayosh just with the wolf claws, like.
But I could also wild shape and get up this mountain pretty easily.
It does say you have 2 wild shapes, and at your level,
Yeah, I can do up to like a CR of 2, right?
1/2 CR, and it can swim, but it can't fly.
Okay, yeah, sorry, 1/2. Yeah, I can swim, but no.
I mean, it's a
Let's
very
see.
large waterfall. It's like 1,000 feet up, so It's not like salmon swimming upstream, so to speak.
Oh, it's like straight
I
up.
wasn't thinking of like I wasn't actually even thinking of taking wild shape of an aquatic animal. I was thinking of something that could
Oh, okay,
actually
yeah.
scale like
Yeah.
the side of the mountain.
Like a
So-
squirrel.
Yeah. Or a deer.
So the only way to continue on this side of the bank is to go up.
Yeah. You could either cut over to the right and backtrack far enough where you could start climbing like up the side of things and try to get inland more.
Or we could just go over the bridge.
So like if you went back more this way, these are technically like escapes, but you might be able to have a better shot going up these ways than you would just going up the steep rock face.
Mm-hmm.
How sheer is it?
At the very base of it, it's pretty sheer.
Okay.
It's pretty much a straight drop down with maybe
Okay.
some outcroppings, but not enough that you could pretty much get all the way up by foot. It would definitely be a climbing expedition.
Okay.
Heading back towards the camp more, you could probably cut through the woods to the road
Okay.
and manage to navigate back around up to where the bridge is as well. It would add a couple hours to your travel, but wouldn't be a terrible way to get up there.
Where we go over the bridge and just... Let's see. You guys can see...
Right into it.
Hold on. I can...
I mean, we
Can
can
I
see
draw?
where.
Oh, I don't
The
want to draw a
castle is.
rectangle. Fuck.
Oh, I see it.
That's
see
not
it.
what I
I
meant
can
to
delete
do.
it if you want.
Yeah, I wanted to draw like freehand. How do I? Oh, freehand. So I'm thinking if we.
There's literally an option for freehand.
How do I just draw freehand? If we go like, can I have a different color? God damn. All right, Adam, delete that.
Oh, it's your icon color.
It is our
isn't
icon
it?
color.
You can click
Yeah, it's
on
what-
your portrait where the color is.
Yeah, I got that. Okay, so if we go, I'm thinking like this way, and then we just say fuck it and cut through these woods.
Oh, okay. Each square is 45 minutes or half a mile. Each hexagon.
Yes. And the rules for land travel.
Because my thought
Only
originally,
3.5 miles.
I'm really glad I
Okay.
now know I can use this. Because the original thought was sticking this way until we could get to a point to go, yeah. But if we
Although
can't
keep in
go-
mind that moving up the embankment is considered difficult terrain, so half everything that you can do.
Except is it
Moving along the roads would be normal.
is it
speed.
still considered the woods or is it the mountains?
Actually, yeah, since you've got a ranger with you.
Yeah,
Fine.
because difficult terrain if it's the woods.
Right.
As long as we're
What is
not
this?
near here.
Why is mine ugly? Mine was
What?
that ugly orange too.
Oh. I was gonna say the pink, I like it.
Oh no, the
Oh,
pink was
no,
also me.
That's Jenna's. Oh, never mind.
There's a pink on here. I did not do that.
I just wanted to
I thought it was
differentiate
yours.
the two different, like, this was what I wanted to do, but this is what
Yeah.
I think we should do.
Right.
But this is a different way. Yeah.
What is this right here?
I'm not seeing
This
anything.
thing. God dang it.
I was gonna say I don't see a ping.
I'll just ping it. What is this?
We don't,
That would be
Is that the gate to the castle?
like-
or
gate?
we don't know till we get there.
We have a map.
That's true.
I just don't have a legend. So I don't know what the...
Those would be the gates to Barovia.
Okay. Okay.
I'm scaling
uh,
some gates, I guess.
Like, we're just hanging
I mean,
out
we
at
could-
the waterfall, and we're just, like, got our map out. Jayas has a
Like-
set of crowns. She's just...
You do think for a brief moment with how beautiful it is, you could just set up camp.
You cut off the end of that, but I heard set up camp.
I heard set up camp
You
here.
could set
and
up
then
camp here and just live here forever.
Forever.
Okay. That sounds
Even
good.
here now.
What time of day is it, anyway?
So
Yeah.
it is a little past noon at this point,
Okay.
probably like 3 in the afternoon.
Oh, we got time.
Okay.
Keeping in mind that Barovia is pretty much dour and dim most of
All
the
the
time.
time.
You've probably got a few hours before nightfall.
Okay, and it's 45 minutes for hexagon?
Uh,
That sounds like a long time for half a mile.
no. For those, it is. You can travel roughly 3 miles in an hour.
Okay.
So 12 hexagons, 12 hexes.
Okay.
So we
More or
should
less.
be able
Okay.
to get to past the gates.
Okay, yeah, I was gonna say I think we should take the red route.
The red route.
Yeah, I would like to get to the village as quickly as we can before nightfall.
Yeah, I think that's our safest.
Okay. I concur.
Travel.
As I am the one that drew it with the crayons, I concur.
Yes.
So you begin
I just noticed your X.
Oh, you didn't? I was like, as long as we don't go here. I don't know how to delete any of my handiwork.
We could just.
Thank you.
that way.
Okay.
That would totally suck if we did a goofy movie and totally went the other way.
Just ended up at Castle Ravenloft.
Yeah.
Castle,
Or no, wait.
Cinderella's castle. Why didn't they went that way?
So as you kind of backtrack a little bit and make your way back up the side of the steep hillsides, you manage to get up to where the bridge is. And you cross over the bridge, and as you do, there are figures of gargoyles on the 4 posts of the bridge where it anchors into the ground. As you move past them, you get the sense that you're being watched.
I knew
Can you
I should
feel
have
it?
done a check.
However, the
Aw.
gargoyles don't move.
Because it's daytime.
Just be inanimate statues.
I knew I should have done a check.
Oh my gosh! Can Janaga shatter spike all of them
You can. Do you want to?
just before anything happens?
We're gonna be like, they're giving us the side eye. Do something.
Okay. You tell. Sure. Okay. Any particular one you want me to hit first?
All of them.
I'm just trying to hit all of them.
You could just like pirate pirouette dance all around.
I'll do like a little spiral as I'm dancing across.
Don't you have something called fancy footwork?
Show us what the
Ew.
swashbuckling's all about.
Man, I need my jacket now. That would look so nice.
I imagine during this, Amelia's just kind of scoffing at us and like continuing over the bridge too.
She's just like grumble, 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 and just like walks
Silent
across.
anger. That's her power right now. It's
Yeah,
called
that's
silent
her
anger.
spell
Yeah.
that she cast on herself.
I'd like to cast
She cast
silent anger.
Silent anger. Hold on, I'm writing this down.
This goes in the official notes.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, you want me to use Shatter Spike on them?
Yes.
I'll do it.
Gonna chug some more of that wine, trying to still remember that guy's name.
Who's the guy? Alright, I'll use it and I'll do my little dancey thing, whatever I do now.
Okay. So go ahead and roll 4 attacks.
4 attacks.
Yeah.
Okay.
1 for each.
Okay.
Yeah.
17, 14,
22.
22.
10.
10. Okay.
A win.
Now I'm going to also ask you to roll damage for all of them.
Okay.
Okay, and all of those are crits, so we pretty much double the dice for everything.
Okay.
Okay, so you take Shatterspike out, and as you begin to spin, you start cleaving through the various different pieces of stone, and the mason work just kind of explodes each time. This is the first time you've tried to hit something that's got more weight to it than a door, so it doesn't cleave quite as easily as you're used to. However, the sword still manages to move cleanly through every single statue, with some debris flying about, some stone, chipping away, and showering the party with a little pelting of the skin. However, the gargoyles just tumble, and some of them fall into the river below. Some of them collapse onto the bridge itself and crack and shatter. And you now stand amongst the rubble of, honestly, just normal gargoyle statues.
Oh.
If there's like a head that's left, I want to do like the Captain Morgan pose.
Yeah, I would say there's totally
I
one
did
that
it.
just kind of fell and cracked, and like some of the
I did my Sailor Moon transformation look.
I should have
dance,
asked
and now I'm
before,
doing the Captain
were
Morgan.
any of them, they're like standard gargoyle, they weren't like, oh, this one looks like a monkey, or like nothing like that.
they're just standard looking gargoyle statues.
Alright,
They
well-
all look exactly the
I was
same,
like, no
probably cast
monkey.
out of
As
concrete.
as we're going to leave though, I'm gonna kind of collect
wanna
some of the
salvage?
bits, and I'm gonna do like the torso-y bit, and then like the head bit, and then I'm gonna put the butt bit on top, just like I would do if I was in a hidden temple.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
And I'll just leave that like on the side of the
This is
bridge.
yours, and yours alone.
Because
Suddenly part of the bridge comes to life and just wraps its arms around you until you handed a pendant off of your necklace.
Oh, I missed that show.
That show was
the butt
great.
always goes
It
on
really
top.
was.
Shadows Assassin says, "You ruined the masonry. The stonemasons will hear of this."
I'm sure they will. We're never.
Nobody rat me out.
The stonemasons of Barovia are offended. They will.
We laugh,
I
but
carved that for so long.
alright.
It took me many moons and many suns.
So is there anything else you would like to do here while you're...
Anything else you want me to break today?
They shouldn't have made them to look like they were looking at us.
We're skittish girls.
We're very.
We have to be careful.
I mean,
Okay, let's keep going.
I was being haunted by a doll and nobody believed me.
Hazelnut Mudslide says, "Fighting gargoyles by forest light, striking poses mid-fight." We are not
my gosh.
running from a real fight. I'm the one named Janaga Moon.
Oh my god.
This is why we need Amelia, because
I want fan art of
we
that.
are.
Meanwhile, Amelia's probably like 50 feet ahead of you.
Amelia's already in
She's already at the
Balaki.
gate. She's already at the gate.
She already fought Strahd. He's dead. She's on her way back to wherever.
She's like, you're coming or
Got his
what?
head.
Anyway.
Okay.
So you all continue marching a little bit further, and interestingly enough, off the side of the road, go ahead and
What?
Roll
Oh,
a.
roll a perception check.
Okay.
Okay. See what I perceive.
18.
Boy.
Okay, so Janaga and E, as you're down this trail, you notice, along the way there's been various bushes, small vegetation that looks like it's pretty old and decrepit and withered. Not a lot of things grow here very well. So the bushes appear thorny and pointy with bare sticks and stuff that are poking out. The branches are basically showing. And you notice through these branches a small satchel under one of them.
Ooh.
Nope.
Gee, I wonder if I have a weapon that I could use to cut it off.
It's just like a small pouch that's basically hidden at the base of the bush. Like it appears to be stuffed open.
Can I use my rapier to just like pick
Fish it
it
out.
up?
Get it out.
Do one of those like.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you stick your rapier in and kind of move it around. It gets caught on the twigs as you try and pull it free.
Come on, you stupid.
But you do manage to get it after, a minute or two. It is a leather-wrapped bundle that was just kind of nestled against the base of the bush. You're now holding it.
I can open it.
Mm-hmm. So you look inside, and you kind of pull it back. It's like a little traveler's pack. And inside appear to be just a common set of clothes for what looks to be, you know, a human, probably an adult humanoid of some kind. So just a traditional tunic, some breech pants, and a couple boots.
We could pawn this.
I mean,
Possibly. Unless somebody's running around town naked, then here.
I think the person who left these here probably knew this too.
Yeah, we'll look for like a partially naked humanoid.
How
Is there anything in the pockets?
far are we now
Anything-
from
yeah,
the
anything in
water?
the pockets?
What was that, Mandy?
How far are we from the water?
You've moved in quite a bit.
All
now.
right, so
You're
it's not like they're
probably-
going
you
skinny
can still
dipping.
see and hear the sound, but
Okay.
far enough away.
Okay. Hey, I say finders keepers.
Oh,
Losers streakers.
Finders keepers, unless they see somebody naked running around, then I'm like, oh, here.
Oh, here we have
Right.
clothes. Or if we make jam
Uh,
again.
Janaga, go ahead and add one set of drab Barovian clothes to your inventory.
are they men's clothes?
They honestly appear to be pretty genderless. It's a
Okay.
large tunic that's made of like rough cloth and basically burlap pants or something. Like it's
Okay.
heavy, sturdy, but there's no color to them. They're very bland.
Okay. You found some clothes.
That don't even fit me.
You're too teeny.
If nobody claims them, next time I see Erky, hey!
He's even
Yeah,
smaller.
small.
Aw.
Poor
Aw, they look adorable!
So you continue, and now the sun is starting to come down. It's not dark, however, the sky is threatening to turn a light orange as the sun is sort of starting to touch the horizon off to the west. Excuse me, I'm going to sneeze.
It was
I
muted.
didn't even hear it.
I didn't hear this song.
I muted myself so it wouldn't, like, pressure you guys. Someone in Twitch chat, please clip that. I want to see it later. So you managed to make your way to where the way split. It bears towards the northwest, and it starts to bear towards the east. Even here in the mountains, the forest and the fog are inescapable. The dirt road splits into two, which widens out towards the east. There you can see patches of cobblestone, suggesting that the eastern branch was once an important thoroughfare.
We're going east.
Where is this? Keeping it?
This is right at the intersection before you get to the gates of Barovia.
Okay.
So towards the east, you see the road widen and becomes a cobblestone path and is a little bit more decorated than the other pathway. Looking at the map, you know that clearly goes to Castle Raven.
The right path. The western path. Or, sorry, the eastern path.
Okay. You continue to the west, and you see the iron set of gates that open as you approach, and you continue to travel past them. They don't open, I'm sorry.
I was like, they open on their own volition.
Yeah, there's like... So you continue to move through here, and it is now getting dark, right as you're about to approach the tree line here. Do you want to keep pressing through the night, or would you like to set up camp?
Is there a windmill I'm seeing?
Is that what that is? I've been
Maybe.
looking at what that is, and I'm like,
It might be.
so how far? All right, if we're here, wait, it's half a mile per hexagon.
Mm-hmm.
But wait,
That's
Is
still
this the
6
same-
miles.
windmill, the Durst family?
I was
Yeah.
just thinking that, yeah.
We don't know. We're not there. We just we're just speculating.
Well, wouldn't Irina and her brother know if this was the Durst family's windmill? I mean, it's not that
They-
far.
They kind of look at each other and they're like, As far as we know, it's called Old Bone Grinder. That's
Oh, that
all
sounds
we're
nice.
really. There's some older women that live there. I believe they make pastries that I've seen sold throughout
God
Barovia.
damn.
Oh, those
people-
nasty ones. Okay, yeah, no.
Yeah, people consume them and they seem to go into a dream almost.
I love pastries.
Yeah, it's just her pastries and it's like, oh, I'm gone.
I was just wondering though if it would behoove us to try to get there and see if we could spend the night.
I'm not going to the windmill. I'm not going to stay there. No way. We've heard about these pastries that these women make, and they like zombify people. Why would we want to go there?
Because it's not in the middle of the woods.
I mean, E is so much more comfortable outside in the woods than she would be staying in Bone Grinder. Like, y'all can go, but I'm gonna stay outside.
Unrelated,
travel
Bone
there.
Grinder is my stage name.
Oh. Oh gosh.
Fine. I think
I mean,
then.
I will go with you, but I'm not gonna go.
Well, I think 6 miles is probably too far to go anyway. All right. I think.
I don't feel good about how close we are to the castle.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I hate that we crossed the river.
Well, we kind of had no choice. All right. So looking at the map, though.
Oh, I know. I'm just saying in general. Why did we do that?
Yeah. These little ticks, I'm assuming, indicate elevation.
Yeah, they're like little increases. Or, yeah, it goes up.
Is
Okay.
it possible? Because that's not. This is only slightly further. If we could maybe get a top, and set up camp up there, so at least we're on the high ground.
You could. You'd be passing through this little wooded area in the dark, but I'd say it'd probably only take you an hour to get through and then maybe an hour to climb.
I'm gonna look at the girls and be like, do we want to try that? It will put a little bit more distance between us and Ravenloft. At least we're not in dense woods overnight, and we'll have the high ground advantage should shit go awry.
It's like Weathertop in Lord of the Rings. That's all I'm thinking about.
It's like, I'm
Do you know what that is? Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
I do.
Okay, it's where Frodo got stabbed. Like in the movie, because nobody reads anymore. In the movie, it's where Frodo got stabbed by the knight.
Yeah. Everybody reads.
Sorry.
I was gonna say, you're talking to the wrong group, because I think we read.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, but I think pretty much everybody has seen the movie
They know.
Yeah,
more
it's
so
true.
than they've read Lord of the Rings.
All right, so that's the game plan. That's what we're doing.
I mean, Janaga, how do you feel about camping on top of a hill?
I mean, I would rather have a roof over my head, but
I mean,
I would kind of like still out in the open. We don't know what could climb up here.
But-
If even they see a fire or something that shouldn't be there.
Okay.
Well, the nearest structure we know of is Ravenloft, if you'd like to go there.
Or we can try that windmill. If they're truly old ladies, I feel.
I think
we
the
could take
windmill
them.
is going to be too far. I'd rather get set
How
up.
long would it take us to get there?
That looks twice
To where?
as far. The windmill.
The windmill.
Or more than...
that's
It's like...
like another 2 to 3 hours. That's pretty far.
Yeah. I
Okay.
count... It's like 6.5 more miles. That was pretty bad.
Cool, let's camp on top of a hill.
Okay.
King of the
No one
hill.
will see us.
Queen
On top
of the
of the
hill.
Okay. So you all continue marching through. It is now dark. I believe you all have dark vision though, so that doesn't affect you
know
guys.
I
You don't need
have.
to light a torch or anything to keep seeing. Amelia,
Except for
however,
Amelia.
is pretty much holding onto someone's shoulder.
Is it my
So
shoulder?
she can
Anyone
be
will
led
let her
around.
hold onto her shoulder.
Yeah, her and Irina and Ismark are all kind of following the three of you.
Flailing around.
They can see well enough by moonlight that they can see where you're going. However, they can't see further into the woods. You do, as you travel, hear some twigs snapping beyond the tree line, and again, that oppressive feeling of someone watching you. As you continue to walk through the woods, you do hear and see some bats flying over the overhead. Hear some squeaks throughout the night as they echolocate their way around.
This is great.
You emerge out of the other side of the wood, unharmed and untouched. Nothing has jumped out or tried to attack you.
Can we just stay there, please?
No.
I can hide in there.
Well, you don't.
So
sleep,
can
right?
all the creepy things, like those
Well, you're on the alarm
gargoyles.
system, then.
You don't know what's
Do
in
what?
there.
It's just that I can hide amongst trees. I can become like essentially invisible and camouflage. So that's why I'm like, I want to stay in the trees.
But imagine what else could be invisible and camouflaged in there, like dolls.
Go ahead and have everyone please roll a perception.
Perception. Why am I so not
Okay.
perceptive? What do you get? Like, everybody
Oh,
has
I'll
a
do that.
number. I have a 0. Why? What do you add to it?
It's your
Wisdom?
bonus. Yeah, that's not you.
I am not wise at all.
Well, look how bad mine
No.
was. I have a +7 and I only got 14.
All right. So, Janaga notices as you're exiting the woods, further off in the tree line a little bit, you see the corpse of what appears to be a man. That appears to have
I'm
been,
sorry.
like,
Did you say
shredded.
corpse?
Yes. It appears to have been shredded by claws and teeth, and pretty big marks at that. It's not on the road, and you don't see any signs of things nearby. However, it is very clear that this person was attacked fairly recently and is no longer alive.
Said I wanted to keep going.
But me and E and the rest of us, like, the rest of us don't see it, right?
Only Janaga.
Like, I'm just mumbling that to myself, like, oh, we should have kept going.
So
There's
JS,
a dead body over there. And it looks fresh.
Can
I
she
don't know
see
what to do about that.
prints of anything?
yeah, if after she says that
Can I
JS
see,
is gonna
like,
check
like
for
tracks or something?
I was
Yeah.
gonna say, it's in this group of trees here, so you would have to go into the tree line to get a little bit.
No.
Do you want to go into the woods?
I don't want to.
E. Did you want to go into the woods
Okay.
to
Ambush.
see what's going on with the dead body? Do you want to go in the woods? Because they're right there. You can camouflage.
Hey. I mean, I'd still feel pretty comfortable if I camouflaged myself. But I'm okay to not go in. I'm not scared. It's because I don't want to go in and make noise and then flush whatever it is out at you guys.
All right, let's
That's all.
get up the. All right, chop up the hill. Let's go.
You,
Jayas
you
isn't.
do that. I'll protect the brother and sister.
Jayas
on.
is not
You
about the
Okay.
corpse life. Like, she just wants to get to a better position.
So you leave the woods behind, and as you exit and kind of start marching up this hill, you look behind you, and the trees in the dark now appear to be twisted, and you can kind of see faces in the trunks of the trees, and the outstretched
Like an old Looney
branches
Tunes
appear to be
cartoon.
claws reaching out and back in. You get to the top of the mountain and or not mountain, but the tiny hill, and you can definitely see old Bone Grinder off in the distance. The windmill does not appear to be moving; it is inert. You can no longer see Castle Ravenloft from this perspective.
That's good.
And you have a pretty good visual of the area around, given fairly bright at this point in the evening. You're all about to make camp for another night. What would you like to do?
All right. Well, one of us doesn't need to sleep.
Well, I mean, I don't sleep. I do meditate, but I mean, I don't.
Yeah, you'll need at least 4 hours of like eyes closed meditation where you're kind of
That's only if I want to recover spells,
Correct.
right?
Yep, only if you want to recover spells or hit points or anything else that you get from a long rest.
I'll take it and I won't sleep tonight. I'll keep watch.
Okay.
Now, is there anything I could do to like set up a perimeter? Like, is there anything from being a ranger that I could just set up like simple traps? Like a tripwire kind of thing?
You could. Do you have a trapper's kit or anything like that, or do you try to see what you?
All I have listed as far as kits, disguise kit, thieves tool, and Dungeonese crab pack.
Right. Let's see. Let me look through your inventory here.
I'm surprised you must have put in disguise kit and thieves tool because I know I didn't.
Alright, Dungeoneer's pack contains a backpack, crowbar, hammer, 10 pipes, 10 torches, a tinderbox, rations, and a water skin.
That's not good.
Also has hempen rope. So you could
Okay.
theoretically take the rope and get some pythons and make a series of traps that have maybe something that would make some kind of noise if they were triggered.
Okay. Yeah, that's all I want to do. Just something like an alert perimeter.
Okay. So you take roughly 30 minutes to create these, we'll say like 10-foot long tripwires that you hammer into the ground about a little bit below where the elevation is where you're staying.
Okay.
The hope being that if any of them get triggered, you'll at least hear something hit together and alert the party before long.
Good. And then I'm gonna throw out my bedroll and be like,
I don't think that we should make a campfire.
No. That was what I was afraid of. Like, I don't want anything to alert, because we're not, like, we're high up, but not that high up.
Yeah, so...
Like, anything could get up here.
Okay.
I'm fine with that.
Alright, everybody tuck in. I'll keep watch.
Okay.
I'm just staring over here as I drift off to sleep. Like, I know something's there.
Alright, so you all leap. And E, you're staying awake, keeping watch. You spend the majority of the night looking out over the land, and it's a little concerning because you're used to seeing at least some sign of life, some sign of movement.
Yeah.
And occasionally you'll see a bat or a raven or some kind of bird off in the distance. However, there's no sign of any land-based creatures wandering the roads or grazing or anything like that. You're used to at least seeing like deer or something out at night, but nothing. As you're sitting on the edge of the mound and just kind of waiting and looking, you do happen to notice just a general... You do see two people off in the distance at some point carrying torches that are walking the road. They are headed into the woods, probably quite far away from there. The only reason you can see them is because you have dark vision and the torch that they're carrying. They kind of emerge from the woods and then look around for a bit and then go back.
Into the woods?
Yep, they came out of the woods, they went back into the woods.
Okay. Where did they look? Could I tell where they looked?
They weren't necessarily looking for anything out here. I think it was more than checking out and then headed back inside.
Could I tell if they looked human? It's pretty far. I probably can't. Yeah, they just look like humanoid shapes, right?
Yeah, I was gonna say they were definitely humanoid shapes.
Okay. Okay. I'll take that into consideration. It was
one of them.
It was. Was it right here? Is that what you said?
Yep.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm just like assessing whatever I'm gonna tell y'all.
Okay.
I apologize. All right.
Alright.
Okie dokie.
Hey.
For the girls who sleep, Janaga, the night passes for you without incident. You wake up the next morning feeling fairly refreshed.
Yeah.
Janaga, however, or Jayaz, however, as you sleep, you imagine yourself, or you find yourself in a castle throne room. Although it is dark and there's no single torches lit, it's very cold. And you look down before you, and at first what you've noticed to be this long wooden table suddenly starts to decay before your eyes, and it starts to become old and pitted, and the wood starts to warp and is gnarled, and suddenly bones start to twist in from the wood as the wood slowly replaces itself with just the bones of what appear to be humans all the way down, leading to the other end of the table where a throne of human ribs and thighs and all sorts of sharp arm bones lead up into a crown where a human skull sits at the top. And you can't make out the details of the person sitting at the other end of the table. However, they have what appears to be like a raven black long hair, pale white features, their fingers steepled in front of their face, and you see nothing but red eyes on a shadowy face that seem to pierce your gaze from across the table. And then you wake up in a cold sweat.
Jayas is not okay with
this.
this.
That she wakes up like suddenly.
Yeah, I imagine she like
whoever's sleeping near her.
I'm gonna do like the good old like as I wake up, and I'm gonna, you know, look around, try to orient myself for a minute, kind of like
I'm gonna rush to you.
Just do kind of this.
I'm gonna rush to you and say,
I'm
gonna have the nightmare that they give you sourdough bread instead of baguette?
As she rushes towards me, I'm gonna distinctively like throw my arms out because she's gonna like startle me, and like I'm gonna have kind of like that shock, like deer in the headlights, like kind of look like, and then just kind of like not even respond to her. I'm gonna like turn and like just take some time to bring it down.
Center yourself.
Yeah.
Calm, cool, collected.
Yeah, I'm just gonna be like, it was nothing. It was a dream. It's just nothing. It's nothing. It's nothing. But
What happened?
I'm not gonna talk to them. I'm not gonna say anything.
Okay. Even though I see that she's obviously distressed, I'm just gonna respect her.
Okay.
And I'm not gonna press the issue.
Yeah, I'll turn to them like, I don't think it was the bread dream again.
Is that something that is common amongst a certain type of being? Is tampering with dreams? And if it is that something that I would be aware
of? No, it's nothing that fits that profile.
Okay. Alright, just check.
I thought you were gonna say like you could jump into her dreams or something and see.
And now Inception.
That would be
the
so
tabletop
freaking
game.
cool. A dream walker? How cool would that be?
That'd be really cool.
Adam.
Are we looking for spells that could allow you to dream walk? Because I'm pretty sure there's probably a few that are out there.
They're
pretty cool.
I can tell you I know a little girl who might know a thing or two about those kind of spells.
Little tiny doll that might know a thing or two.
You know what? When you said she was having a dream, I was like, are you throwing this doll back into the story?
Oh, that would have been
Not
perfect placement for him to like
Not
have.
this time.
Too soon.
I was so excited.
Too soon.
You look down from across the table at your hands and doll all along.
We're all adults now.
What a twist!
What a twist.
You.
I'm M. Night Shyamalan. Alright, so y'all are waking up.
Mm.
You start packing away your campsite. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna eat a piece of the fruit that I took yesterday. I think I'll treat myself. Actually, I'll have 2 pieces.
What?
Ooh.
Oh, I'll have an apple and a nanner, and get going.
I'm gonna take a couple of swigs of the heavy stuff. I'm gonna splash some water on my
Gosh.
face. Just to kind of prep for the day.
Okay.
Instead of like splashing water on your face, you pour some out in your hand. And go like.
Yeah.
Giles is pretty much the cashier of the group. She wakes up and brushes her teeth with a bottle of Jack.
It's true. It's so true.
So,
Oh,
do you
and
all,
I would like to. Well, I have no. Oh, yes, I am going to put some tea leaves in my water tap.
Okay.
I don't need heat to make tea.
Brews by itself? Okay.
Yeah.
Alright. Do you all set out back on the main road?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
But I'm gonna tell them what I saw last night.
Mm.
And considering where the road leads is right past where I saw those guys come out, I'm gonna suggest that we cut through up to the other opening where the road is in the forest.
So you want to
Like
follow
as
the
straight
path,
as we can travel.
or you want to?
Yeah. Straight from where we are up there.
Oh, okay.
Because of where I saw those 2 dudes come out. Is that cool?
So with my
Or,
handy
excuse
dandy
me, let me.
crayons, you want to go this way.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Hmm.
Yeah, because the other way is gonna take too long.
Well,
Yeah.
I
mean,
I
by the way the
originally
raven
wanted to
flies.
go through these woods, but if that's where she saw some unscrupulous types,
I would rather not go that way.
we could do that.
We can help it. We could cut some time and cut the corner out where the tree line is really narrow and go through that way of the. Because I feel like that's far enough away. Yeah.
You know, now that
We
I
could
know I
cut
can
some
draw
time.
on this map, that's it. That's the end of it. There's a quarterback over here, and we're here. There's
We're gonna run interference right here.
there's a
and-
dead body here.
I love that it's 2 X's and a frowny face.
There's this over here. You know.
Oh, this is
Yeah, but what are you gonna
so
draw for
bad.
the clothes you found?
Oh.
Or the naked person that are just
I
like
don't-
running around here somewhere?
Oh yeah.
Will this be safe for Twitch? Can we do this? Can you draw?
So here's the satchel.
Oh no.
And then maybe I don't know. I imagine him over here somewhere. It's a dude, and he's in the
Did
water,
it sink?
and he's like, and then hold on, please hold.
He's got a little clown pointy hat
Hold
on.
on.
He's got little curls
Please,
sticking.
please hold. Please holding, and we're holding, and we're holding. Oh no, that's not gonna work. Hold, please keep holding.
Please keep the hold.
Please keep the holding. It keeps changing my color. And then it's just gonna be like sensor. Little sensor bar. Yeah. It's beautiful.
You don't have to draw the sensor bar if it's.
It is a PG-13 stream. How dare you?
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
Not PG-13.
I was gonna say, is it that low?
Is it? No.
I'm gonna say no.
So yeah, I think we should go
Gotta
with
be it.
this option. This middle
Yeah,
path.
that's what I think too. How do you feel, Janaga?
Let's just go. I would just want to go.
And Amelia is still steeped in silent anger. So
And we're
yes.
and we're currently here and here.
It's a big spell that I think is building up.
Can we just pretend that this is some kind of magical, like, driving board, and I can just, like, take my cloak and just wipe everything that she's drawn?
I was gonna say, I'm not entirely sure where we're going. Are we going where the circles are?
We're going
basically
where
Yes,
the arrow
yes.
was.
I'm
to go.
sorry. It's because
Okay.
we're gonna go this way and then this way.
Because I keep looking at your little humanoid drawing, and I'm like, it's hiding black bush, and then I'm like, oh, that's a bad thought.
Okay, so yeah, where the fuchsia line is, that is the direction we're gonna take.
Okay. I'm gonna clear
Let's
this so I can actually.
go.
Okay. So, you begin heading north. You do end up having to climbing, and you find out that you know, it's easier to move through some valley between these places, but you manage to avoid the main road, seeing Old Bone Grinder off to the west, however, not getting close to it. As you approach the woods, you start to cut through, and while the daylight outside is weak, as you move through these trees, it's a fairly short distance. It's only about maybe half a mile. The leaves start to get darker and start to blot out most of the sun. It's not dark like nighttime, however, it's definitely a bit more spooky, so to speak.
As soon as we get in the tree line, E immediately blends
Okay,
and camouflages herself. Okay.
go ahead and roll a stealth check.
Do I have to do that?
Are you using a spell or?
No, I thought it was something that I could just do.
Like a natural.
It might be. Is it like an ability or something? Or?
Yeah. That I can just naturally like camouflage myself in
Okay. Let me find it real
thought.
quick so I know what you're talking about. Is it a? It's your racial trait, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Mask of the Wild. That one. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. It's still a stealth check. It's just that
Okay.
you don't have to be like actually obscured or hiding in shadow.
Okay.
Nature-y thing. You can still make a check. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So you are leading everyone through the woods, and as you do, you start to hear what sounds like horses' footsteps. However, they're very hollow. And you grab everyone and kind of pull them between a thicket of trees that have kind of grown gnarled together close in place. And as you do, you all hide and see.
Can we get a visual?
Yeah, I
Yay!
love visuals. What? You mean my visuals weren't good enough for you? All right, and you see a horse that looks like.
Hold on, there might not be a hand.
God, man.
I'm looking now.
It's more dog shaped.
That's all.
Okay, what is even?
That's pretty good.
Okay.
Clop. Clop.
I'm just picturing
Its
a
head
horse
is so
on
big.
I'm picturing a horse on a turtle's body. That's what this looks like.
And he's got some big teeth.
Big old
What's
teethies.
that? The thing from It, the big
Oh,
turtle
yeah.
god.
Yeah,
Okay.
I said a horse head instead.
And he's
Buck
like,
teeth horse head.
and he's like, sup.
So as you move through the woods and are pulled low into this gnarled, basically hollowed out series of trees, the mist kind of clings low to the ground and feels chilly around you. And through the mist comes a skeletal warhorse with a skeletal rider, both clad in ruined chainmail, holding a rusted lantern ahead of himself that does not seem to shed any light. His head, his body does not move at all as he rides with this horse. You see him coming from one side and just heading deeper into the woods. It makes no motion to acknowledge the party at all. Whether that be because you're hiding or because it just doesn't care is unclear. But it continues to wander into the woods until it is out of sight and blends back into the mist.
Now, is this like something we've seen before? Like, okay, this is like completely.
It's essentially a skeletal rider, just kind of. It looks. Go ahead and roll an investigation check.
Is it a stall horse?
Oh, what?
A stall horse?
Woo!
No.
Oh.
Natural 20. Okay.
No, I just make that
given-
face for like ones.
I make that face for
Hold on.
So as you see the skeletal rider go by, you recognize some of the chainmail and the armor has emblazoned on it some crests of basically of Barovia. It appears to be old and tattered, and you get the sense that this was probably someone who fought either against Strahd or for Strahd at some point. You're not quite sure which, and it seems to be wandering aimlessly throughout the woods.
But he looks whole. It's not like the ghostly jump off the cliff figures. This is like more of a...
Nope, this is
Okay.
a physical skeleton click-clacketying his way through the woods.
Cool.
Where are your coconuts, sir?
Spooky, scary, scared.
Great. So that's something else we have to look forward to here. I think we should get to Valaki sooner than later.
So, you begin to cut through the woods further. And as you do, you come across, at about this point, deep in the heart of the woods, you see 3 figures dressed in, like, reds and light brown pants, moving through the woods with a torch lit.
It's Gryffindors. Wrong thing. Sorry.
They appear to be hunters of some kind, armed with various bows and crossbows and javelins. They have not seemed to have taken notice of you yet.
I'm gonna ask Irina and her brother if they recognize like any of their colors, like if they might be associated with like the town that we're going to or anything.
Usually if someone's moving through the woods of hunters, there aren't many that wander into the woods, but those that do try and dress in bright enough colors that they don't accidentally get hit by someone else.
Okay.
These people appear to not be making any attempts to hide themselves.
Okay. So they don't accidentally get shot, right?
That's my assumption.
Okay.
And where
Okay.
was this? You said we're in the more the heart of the woods.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to try to stealth around them.
Yeah, I don't think there's any reason
Okay.
for us to make ourselves known to them. So I'd agree.
I mean, no.
I'd
I think I'll try to mask our way through as best we can.
to get back to the road, and then
Yeah, and just keep going around them.
yeah. I concur.
For everyone who's going to be stealthing around, I would like you all to roll stealth checks.
What?
Okay. That'd be good.
So
Okay.
Was
See how
our-
they do trying to find you.
hold up. That we took a long rest, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Alright, so I'm gonna luck point that. Woo! I'm so lucky. I'm so glad I took that feat. It has been aces since I've
It's
gotten
really
it.
worked out for you.
It really has.
Yeah, it definitely has. Well, lucky for you, the scouts appear to be preoccupied with whatever quarry they're going after.
Okay.
They are heading in the opposite direction, and with Janaga leading the way, her and Amelia both managed to secretly move you all amongst the tree lines, or amongst the trees, out to the tree line on the opposite side as they head deeper
Yes.
into the woods towards Oak Bone Grinder.
Rogue
We
powers
made it
activate.
Through.
You have now made it to the opposite side and are on the other side of the old Svalak Road, heading towards.
Yay!
We did it!
Now we could just
Okay, let's
skip
go.
uneventfully down the road.
Let's all hook arms and just skip the whole
Having a Wizard of
rest
Oz
way.
moment.
Out of the
Yeah, the whole
woods!
way. Everything's fine.
Out of the woods! Out of the woods on our way to Valaki.
Oh my gosh. You really are a theater kid.
God damn it. What gave it away?
Welcome to our life. So you continue to travel down Old Svalak Road, and throughout the afternoon, you arrive pretty much midday. The Old Svalak Road meanders into a valley, which is watched over by dark, brooding mountains on both the north and the south. The woods recede, revealing a sullen mountain berg surrounded by a wooden palisade. Thick fog presses up against the walls of the outside of the town, as though looking for a way inside, hoping to catch the town aslumber. The dirt road ends in a set of sturdy iron gates with a pair of shadowy figures standing behind them. Planted in the ground and flanking the road outside of the gates are half a dozen pikes with wolves' heads impaled on them. The two guards standing behind the gates are holding these long spears on the opposite side of the slatted gate there as you approach. One of them yells out, "Who goes there?"
Come on, de facto
Oh, I'm not
leader.
answering that. Like,
Good
Use your
day,
charm and charisma.
sirs.
use that
We're just
beautiful bready charm.
weary travelers looking for a place to rest our heads for the evening.
Travelers, you say? Where are you coming from? You don't look like the Vistani.
Oh, yeah, not all Vistani look alike. We do our thing. We go on our walkabouts. But no,
We're friends of the Vistani.
we are friends. We're just, going around. Spend some time in Barovia, lovely place this time of year. And we're told that Valaki might be the next on our stop.
As you mention that you are, to make sure I'm clear on this, Mandy, you're attempting to impersonate the Vistani.
Oh no, are you
Not necessarily. I'm just saying you can't judge a book by its cover,
Wait.
a traveler by its garb.
So as you
I'm trying to
start
do, like, a
mentioning the
deception
Vistani, the
A
guards start to
half-elf
look
Vistani.
They start what?
They start to look visually uncomfortable, like they're preparing themselves for some kind of confrontation. You go ahead and roll an insight check.
putting a bit of deception in there? Just
Well, why'd you
Oh,
guys
and that
make me
one on
do
that.
that?
You just made that. 15 was the DC. You get the sense that the Vistani are not particularly welcome here.
So as I start picking up on this, I'll be like, but just because we were, okay with the Vistani doesn't mean anything. They just kind of told us where to go, what to look for. They really did
were
have.
kind
They
to
were
us.
kind. They had great things to say about your town here. But like I said, we're just looking for a place for the night.
That's very interesting. Most of Vistani aren't welcome here.
Oh, well, you know how
They're
they get
spies.
when they drink. We had quite a few drinks.
Well, they're spies of Strahd. We don't care for them here.
You're not fond of Strahd?
Don't say they are spies of his.
They're the only ones that can travel in and out of Barovia. They
you
constantly bring
saying-
him new toys.
Hmm.
I'm assuming you're his latest batch.
You're awfully presumptuous. May we come into the town or not?
They kind of look back and forth to each other. It's clear from the way that you're dressed, how you're carrying yourselves. You are outsiders to this land. E, go ahead and make a persuasion roll.
What's oh, okay, there it is.
What are you eating?
Yay!
Okay, 18 is good. They look back and forth, and while it appears that you're definitely not from here, they don't sense any kind of malicious intent. After taking a few moments to discuss and channel it up and down the guard, they open the gates and they start yelling down, "Open the gates! Morning gate is open!" And you start to enter your way into town. As you come into the town of Valaki, one of the guards gives you general directions to a inn and tavern called the Blue Water Inn, towards the, I believe it's towards the center of town. Valaki here. Shoop doop 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 doop. Oh goodness, how are we gonna get you all the way down here? Let's see.
How do we do this?
Town of Valaki.
There's so many places on this map. Lord.
And I'm like, oh, what's this?
Mhm.
Oh, what's this?
There really is, and part of the problem is I can't really move you guys across the frickin' thing.
Are we about to have a montage?
Oh, you can't move us across the map?
So the way that Roll20 works is I have a little player's banner that I can drag around to look at the map for you guys, but I can't drag it further than the map allows, like the page bar.
Okay.
So we're gonna stop at a couple places you've already been to along the way. Don't mind me.
Oh, wow, I remember that
But
place.
I remember that.
Oh, boy.
Oh no, we got transported back there. We're paying for our sin.
Oh, God, this
All right.
And we all have just a wave of just, oh my gosh, are we in the Matrix? Deja vu, everywhere. Black cat. What's going on?
All right, let me see what you can see. Okay, good. You guys can see the town map.
Sorry.
So you are entering from the east side of
East side?
Valaki.
Okay.
And as you make your way through the town, you notice that this place appears to have a little bit more life to it. The people here are actually dressed in color instead of drab grays and blacks of Barovia. The people
this place is
also
huge.
appear to have
Shit.
some soul to them.
I was on the wrong thing.
What were you gonna say?
No. I was trying to select and I drew
Yeah,
again.
she made a pink line.
I drew again.
Oh.
On the bottom.
I was trying to zoom.
Oh, I see it. Hold on.
I'm sorry.
Delete that. So as you make your way through the town, you notice so when you came through, you passed through the gates, and surrounding the city are a series of thick tree trunks that have been cut down and sharpened into points, and then they're being held with big chain straps and mortar that create a perimeter around the entire city. And on the inside, you notice 12-foot scaffolding, and there are guards placed all around the entire city, the walls, that seem to be keeping a lookout for anything that would threaten the Valaki way of life here. Well, as you make your way through the town, the guards point you towards the very where the Blue Water Inn is, the heart of the town, where visitors and citizens alike come together to share in wine and what merriment they can muster.
Well, I think the inn's a good place to start. Perhaps we can get a room,
Well-
we can get something to eat, we could get...
Get a little nosh and get,
Yeah.
some shopping.
Maybe
They might actually have vegetables here.
collect some information, get more bread,
Get a nice salad.
get a nice filet.
Okay. So you make your way.
Yeah. Let's see who Jazz can get a rise at today.
So you make your way towards the Blue Water Inn, and as you, the community is definitely keeping their eyes on you. You are strangers to this place, and you get the sense that a lot of them recognize or know each other. You approach the Blue Water Inn and you see gray smoke, which is being issued from a chimney of this large 2-story wooden building with a stone foundation and a sagging tile roof, upon which several ravens have perched. A painted wooden sign hanging above the main entrance depicts a blue waterfall. And as you walk inside, I'm going to put you all here so you can see the inside of the bar. And that is where we will leave it for this week. So next time we meet up,
Everything
Charlie
is
can be with
black.
us. Hold on, I'm gonna move your characters. It's just
The
taking
The
a second.
world
I
is
only got so many buttons.
darkness.
I only got so many
Oh,
buttons.
there we go.
Oop, there he is.
Oh no, did anybody else freeze?
No?
Man.
I'm
good.
kind of. It's not letting me drag people on the sheet.
It's just chaos now. What could possibly go wrong?
Oh god, no, please.
Oh god, please stop the horror.
We're there. We're all there.
She's drawing baguettes on
Alright.
everything.
There we go. As you approach, you see... Why? Why? What does this represent? What is
Great.
this?
I was trying to draw a baguette quickly.
We walked in and there was already a dead body missing, and there was just a blood pile.
Apparently.
Examine the blood pile.
Oh, that looked like brown to me.
So there's the Blue Water Inn, and we will pick up there next time, where you will meet the denizens of the Blue Water Inn. You can hear voices from the inside. It actually looks pretty cheerful. A very far throw from Barovia for sure.
Yay!
I love that it just looks like a forest kind of on the inside.
Wait, I'm not seeing inside of it.
Yeah, like it kind of looks like a weird foresty floor.
Oh, I figured we were outside.
Well, this is the outside, yeah. And then there's
Yeah,
a bit of a
okay, I was
courtyard.
getting confused.
I was like,
this
I
is a
don't see
fucking
inside at
hotel.
all.
Very foresty.
I got mail.
5 star.
Janaga's
Yeah.
going in by herself. Oh boy, we're
All right.
we're a mess when we we don't play for a while.
I
Yeah,
know,
see?
It feels a little, I gotta get back in.
Like we could just make jams.
Eek.
We could just not.
So, fun story. Next week I'll be here, but the week of the 11th and the 18th I will be in Texas at Renaissance Fair. So I will
Oh,
not
that
be
sounds
available
like
to
fun.
DM. So we'll come up with a plan. Might be a one-shot, might be a character creation workshop, might be any of the other ideas you guys have sent to us on Twitter or
Wait,
Twitch chat or on
you're going to Texas for 2
social
weeks,
media.
or is that like 1
But-
week?
Well, I will be here on the 4th, so we can try and do something on the 4th. The 11th and the
can do that.
18th, I will be gone. So we'll figure out. what we wanna
I
do for
should
those days.
be able to do next week.
Yeah.
Technically, I'm supposed to have Sundays off now. Technically,
We'll see how that lasts.
like today.
I know how things go in
Like today when we had 2 no call no shows.
So, the 4th is yet to be determined.
Yeah, because you're gonna be
Are you moving? Yeah.
mid-transit
moving?
probably.
Yeah. I might still be able to come, but I don't know. I'll have to.
We'll play it by ear.
'Cause-
If we end up not playing next week, I will be running a character creation with D&D Beyond.
Okay.
Yeah.
Also,
So if anyone is interested on learning how to make a character,
options. What about a Saturday, like a previous Saturday? No.
for what, like the
Like if we.
3rd?
Yes, maybe.
I mean, that would be the same story for
For
me.
you.
Yeah, I was gonna say she's
Yeah,
yeah.
it's the weekend in general.
Yeah,
Yeah.
everything's gonna be up in the air.
Yeah.
Okay.
But after that, like, things should finally settle down. Like, my month of crazy should be done, and I will be able to, like, be here.
Yeah, and I was
time.
gonna say good
And
news,
I
bad
could
news for me.
still like connect probably via Discord, but not necessarily with Roll20.
Right.
Yeah.
So
All right, we'll play it by
we
ear.
shall see. We'll figure it out whenever.
Yeah,
we get to
we'll talk
But
about
we
it.
do want to
We'll
start
get together.
doing
I don't think
more.
we're actually going to start like moving until like the 5th, 6th, and so on. So, but we'll see. I'll let y'all know as I know.
All right.
Yeah, I was gonna say, but we do want to do more like filler streams too, like you said, character
Yeah.
creation.
Yeah.
Just how to use these things in general. If we.
Yeah, I'm not a good teacher, but yeah, I would love to do the D&D 101 things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If any, I could be there to like do examples of like what you should be doing.
Yeah. And also.
Like with character creation, I could just like create a new character along with Mr. Wozniak.
Yeah, I was gonna say
We're here.
will be a couple pieces. So one will be actual technical. Hey, this is how to make a character on D&D Beyond. But then the other part, I'll pull up some of the references I use for, like building character
on paper.
backstories, like a little bit of storytelling elements, things like that.
Yeah.
So we'll do a little bit of workshopping.
And
Yeah.
we also have the options of more one-shots, because that was really fun.
Yeah.
We do.
Very fun.
You
Very
can come in.
Oh, we got a special guest. Ding-a-ding-a-ding-a-ding-a-ding-a-ding-a-ding-a-ding, confetti.
Wanna come say hi?
I can't see who it is.
Hey.
Hello.
Hi.
But hello.
Is that a shark
Look at his
hat?
hat.
Or what is that?
Oh, it's so cute.
That's awesome.
It's a dinosaur.
It's a
It's
dinosaur.
a dinosaur alligator.
I know I'm wearing
so
glasses, but I'm
cool.
blind.
No, we understand what
Okay. Did you hear what he said?
No.
the kid that was at the park. He understood that it was an alligator.
He understood that it was an alligator.
Aw.
Okay.
Ah.
Okay, say bye.
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 Okay.
And speaking of which, I will also say bye. We'll see you guys again soon. See you
Your
next
grandma's
week on
saying
Sunday
hi.
for something.
Bye, everybody.
We'll tweet out details once we know what we're doing on Sunday.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
All right. Bye, everybody.
Later.
Thanks for tuning in. Yay.
Bye, y'all.
Also, follow us on Twitter at Lady Gamers Night.
There's so much good stuff there.
So many D and Dad puns, so many gifts, so little
Yeah.
time. Bye.